the land art image that you've created, and the artwork that you use as kind of your inspiration, so you can have both images together into like one final image that would be what you submit as kind of like your final work. So and having it side by side kind of offers that comparison and contrast, or can kind of see, you know, the inspiration that you had looking at his work and then what you did with that inspiration. So I'm going to go to my drive. Okay. And I'm going to go to um, Google Drawings. So if you haven't used Google Drawings yet before, if you're in your drive, you would go to New and you scroll down, and it's under the More heading. So then you scroll over to More. Let me go to Google Drawings. And this is basically like a photo editing program. It's very easy. It's pretty, it's pretty intuitive. And it's going to work like other Google programs like Docs or Slides. So I like it for, kind of like digital photo manipulation and digital photos, like, making like almost like a collage with digital photos. I've just found it's pretty easy to use, and most students are able to figure it out pretty easily. So I'm going to title this first. So I'm going to call this Land Art Final. All right. And this checkerboard background means that the background right now is transparent. It's not going to have any color to it when you upload it to Google Classroom. So I want some color here. And the way that you can get some color into your background is you would left click in the background, right? So make sure you're in this space, and then you would go to background, and you can choose your color that you want, or you can, pick your custom color from like this kind of like rainbow of colors. I'm going to choose something that's kind of fall related, since my picture was pretty fallish. Okay. So now that you have your background, you could do that. Another way that you can change this space is if you need to make it larger, you can use this corner piece and you can kind of start to pull this out, right? And you can make your space larger if you want to fit in more information about fit in more pictures or something like that. But that's how to increase your space. All right, so I'm going to insert the Goldsworthy image first, and I have it in my drive. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image. So this was the one that I used as my jumping off point. And you just want to kind of make this look organized. You don't want one picture sitting on top of the other. You want it to make sure that you can kind of see them. Now he, obviously is spending a huge amount of time to outline the tree. Plus he has this color gradation going on where it's from light yellow to dark red. So it's almost like blending into the forest floor. It's just really magnificent and 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 a kind of an amazing piece. So mine, did my best. It's not going to be that impressive, but so I did this one as my final one. All right, so kind of the same idea. I use only the red leaves, and because I like the contrast of the red against the green. I also like that you could see like the texture of the bark on this one. So you can definitely see like where my inspiration came from. It's not nearly as impressive uh, as Goldsworthy's piece, but you can definitely see the connection between the two pieces. And then the other thing you need to do is you need to cite this work. So that means you have to put you know where it is located or what year it was made. And I found an article about his work where it actually says some information about this. So I'm going to insert that with a text box. So, and my background is dark, so I want my letters to be light. So I'm going to choose a text color that's going to really show up against that dark red background. Try light gray. And this was the article I found. And I'm just going to copy this notation because it says sycamore leaves edging the root of a sycamore tree, Hampshire, England, 1st November 2013 by Andy Goldsworthy. Okay, and that's still not dark enough, or sorry, light enough. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter. There we go. And I'm going to make the text a little bit larger. So I highlighted it, and now I'm going to, you don't see a number in here because it's highlighted, but I'm just going to increase the font size. Okay, and that's all you need to do for submitting your final image. So you can submit it as a Google drawing like this. If you want to download it as a picture, as its own JPEG, you can go to File, Download, JPEG, and then this will be somewhere in your Downloads folder. And I'm going to go back to my drive where I have my Andy Goldsworthy stuff. This is all the stuff that I kind of put together for you guys. And I'm going to upload my final images in my drive here, but I'm going to upload the JPEG as well. Okay. So I have the Google Drawing version, which is fine. All right. But sometimes the Google Drawing, you can't incorporate that into another document if you wanted to use this somewhere else. JPEGs, you would be able to put that on a website. You'd be able to, put it on your phone. You'd be able to put it into like another kind of assignment. So if you have it as a JPEG, it's just going to be a lot easier to move that image around to other places. So, and that's what it will look like. And it also takes quicker to load because you're just loading up this one thing. You're not loading these individual images. All right. So that is what you can do for your final image and how you will submit your final land art artwork.